a state-chartered corporation, and I am on the low end of it. I'm on the intake end, where I'm looking for people that have these businesses. And so they can graduate out of my program into pre-seed funding, which just started this year. There's seed funding, there's gap funding, and then there's venture. And the venture comes from the state as well as private companies. There's a company in Salisbury called Picklehead, and he was a 13-year-old boy, and now he's a 15-year-old boy who his father's a chef and his mom works for the school system, and he invented Tip Tough. It's a metal device that goes on your hand, so when you're chopping you don't cut your fingers off. TEDCO sponsors a third party to come and do a real business analysis of the company, and it's professional. It's very well done, and it's again third party, so they can incorporate this into their business plan. It validates the idea, or sometimes doesn't validate the idea, but this idea got validated. And there's places like the culinary schools where people don't know how to chop that well yet, and it's got to be a huge liability for companies and people to, at the high schools and colleges, that you've got students with a knife, and how do you keep them from cutting their fingers off? So there's a big market for this. TEDCO funded a company to do CAD drawings and to build the first version of it. And they got that, and then they raised funds through other agencies to go have a manufacturing run of 3,000 units. And it takes quite a bit of effort to stay here and do things. I mean, it's easier to, find a job or find customers or find, manufacturers if you're in an urban setting. You have to make a big effort to make all those things happen where we are.